The Lexus LS is the car that started it all for the Japanese luxury brand. Now, with the 5th generation, Lexus is banking that it has designed another game changer. Hybrid no longer drones. Spritely drive. Distinctive styling. Polarising styling. No Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Behind in the assisted driving game. Remote touch better, but still not good. This LS is the most radical reimagining of what Lexus top-tier sedan is, with the company hoping to snare those who would normally ride around in the backseat of an S-Class/7 Series/A8, but also lure away drivers more inclined towards the sportier CLS/6 Series Grand Coupe/A7/Panamera models. Gone are the Me Too lines, replaced by more coupe-like silhouette, complete with flush-fitting side windows that almost look frameless. While the pretty LFLC concept turned into the production LC with barely a detail changed, the transition from the LFFC show car to the new LS has seen the former lose its simple elegance in favor of more complex surfacing and an extra side window. According to chief designer Koichi Suga, these changes were made to ensure rear seat passengers had the necessary levels of headroom and comfort. While the roads around the launch location, in the valleys north of San Francisco, did feature a nice selection of tight, twisty roads, our ability to truly hustle the car along for an extended period was crimped by the local constabulary already well aware of our presence. During the times we were able to punt the cars around in an un-LS-like fashion, it handled better than we expected a 5.2-meter-long Lexus should. It certainly felt more lithe than its dimensions and lineage would suggest, with minimal amounts of body roll and steering that's acceptably sharp if not terribly communicative. The grunt from the LS 500S 310 kW/600 Nm 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 is undeniable. The twin-turbo's 10-speed automatic shifts quickly, but the engine's bark is very much that of a Bent 6 engine, which may disappoint some longer-term LS fans. Although less powerful and brisk with a total output of 264 kilowatts, the hybrid variant, confusingly named the LS500H, is impressive for what it is. While the LS500 is definitely the enthusiast's choice, the LS500H is much more engaging than previous Lexus and Toyota hybrids. The new model's multi-stage hybrid drivetrain is shared with the LC500H, and features a 220 kilowatts 3.5-liter Atkinson cycle V6, an electric motor, a power splitter and a 4-speed automatic. In practice, the drivetrain shifts through 10 forward gears. This means the traditional hybrid complaint about unremitting engine drone whenever you're accelerating at anything more than a hypermiling crawl is gone. Perhaps more importantly for the LS's traditional customer base, the new model rides comfortably without floating and bouncing around like a land yacht. The latest LS is fitted exclusively with run-flat tires. Said to be developed specifically for the LS by Bridgestone, the new rubber-handled California's relatively smooth city streets, motorways, and highways with ease. Naturally, we'll reserve final judgment about ride quality and interior noise levels until we get to sample the LS on Australia's less forgiving coarse chip pavement. In Australia, the 23-speaker, 16-channel, 2400W Mark Levinson sound system is standard, and the setup delivers the expected levels of sublime sound. Naturally, this is paired with Lexus's renowned levels of hush, although the pre-production models we drove suffered from wind rustle around the wing mirrors at freeway speeds. Like the exterior, the interior has also been extensively rethought. Conservative lines have been cast away, and replaced with something a little more striking, individual, and organic. At launch, there was a lot of talk about traditional Japanese craftsmanship with hand-folded origami-style leather inserts, laser-cut wood, and Kiriko glass trim options available. This time around, the LS is offered with just one 3,125mm wheelbase option. Measuring 5,235mm long overall, the new sedan is on par with the long wheelbase offerings elsewhere in the class. With deeply bolstered lounge-style seating, comfort out the back is good. This is especially true in sports luxury models, which feature reclining ottoman seats with a shiatsu-style massage function. While the IS, RC, GS and ES are afflicted with hectares of woeful silver-painted plastic masquerading as metal, the new LS interior features real magnesium alloy strips across the dashboard. And, praise be, most of the satin chrome touchpoints throughout the cabin live in the same postcode as real metal. While the 4-zone climate control system is a breeze to control, it's often impossible to read the temperature settings as natural light reflects off the upward-facing screens. The biggest blot on the copybook, though, is the remote touch system. On the plus side, the infotainment system now features a touchpad with haptic feedback and character scribbling recognition instead of the clunky old mouseball-like device, making it easier to use whenever the car is parked. Compared to touchscreen and dial-operated systems from other premium and non-premium brands, though, this latest remote touch unit is still too fiddly to use when driving. Even when stopped at the lights, it's hard to operate as the free-ranging on-screen cursor needs a jiggle to reawaken and demands your entire attention when being operated. The 12.3-inch main screen is perfectly pleasant to look at, and the jarring serif fonts have been toned down significantly, but thanks to the dashboard's curves and placement of the obligatory analog clock, the far end of the screen can seem awfully distant when pertinent information is being displayed over there. Seat-back-mounted entertainment screens are available for the rear seat passengers, as is an armrest-mounted touch screen for controlling the climate control, seat, and infotainment systems. As is the case with other Toyota and Lexus vehicles, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are conspicuous by their absence, and it seems unlikely that either standard will be showing any time in the near future. Ahead of the driver is a new high-resolution instrumentation display, with the Sports Luxuries unit flanked by analog fuel and engine temperature gauges, and F-Sports featuring a physical tachometer ring. Relatively compact in design, it functions fine as place to check one's speed, but cycling through, viewing and controlling the various car, infotainment, and navigation functions via the steering wheel buttons is severely compromised, especially when driving, by a lack of clear delineation between various elements on the screen. While the new Audi A8 is dipping its toes into the waters of Level 3 autonomous driving, the LS reflects Toyota's more conservative approach to self-driving technology. Standard safety features include radar-guided cruise control that works at all speeds, lane-keeping assistance, automated braking with pedestrian detection, and adaptive high-beam operation. Interestingly, the company has decided not to include automated parking assistance, as its customers just weren't using the feature. As an analog experience, the new LS has a lot to recommend it, and the styling certainly grows with time, although it's not in the same league as the LC. It's in the digital realm where the LS makes a less compelling case for itself. That's a shame, really, because this LS is the first to make a convincing appeal to the heart, as well as to the head. The new LS arrives in Australia from April 2018 in both Sports Luxury and F-Sport trims. Pricing and final specifications have yet to be announced, but we do have preliminary details about local trim and specs.